So transcendental meditation is a style of meditation that's been around for hundreds, maybe possibly thousands, but certainly hundreds of years. And it is the very simple practice of repeating a mantra for 20 minutes every morning and 20 minutes every night. And in the system of transcendental meditation, you get given a mantra, and you're supposed to keep your mantra secret, and you repeat it to yourself, and you never know what that mantra means, because it actually doesn't matter what it means. It's just the repetition of the sound, the consonants. None of that really sits all that well with me. I don't like secrets. I don't like being told something that I'm not allowed to tell people. I don't like being told to say something that I don't understand. So my version, but what I do love, and I really do love, is that I trained in transcendental meditation in my early 20s. I can still remember my mantra, and anytime I need it, I can drop into that practice. So there is an autonomy that comes with transcendental meditation that I absolutely love. So, you strip away the hocus pocus part, and you just come to the practical nugget, which is, here is a mantra, repeat it for 20 minutes. Your mind will do monkey magic circus tricks to try and distract you from the mantra, and you'll think of every possible reason why you shouldn't be doing it, but you just do it anyway. And if you do that for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night, by golly, does it make a difference to your life. So when we add the beads, I love the beads because it gives you something to anchor the practice in. You start with your queen bead, which is this big one, and then you repeat the mantra, you move along a bead. You repeat the mantra, you move along a bead. Many of you will be familiar with this practice, maybe if you've had anything to do with Catholicism and you've seen Hail Marys happening. It's the same practice, but it happened long before Catholicism. This has been going on, these rosaries or mala beads have been going on definitely for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And traditionally, they were always women's practice, because women would have the beads and they would be saying the mantra and fiddling with their hands whilst nursing their babies, or preparing the meal, or doing whatever chores they are. So again, what I love about the mala beads is they are autonomy. No one gives you a mantra and nobody gives you a practice. You have your beads, you repeat a mantra, you can choose any mantra, and you're off. The practice is there for you. So that really is my kind of thing. Give me a tool that I can do that nobody else owns, and I'm happy. Okay, so if you don't have the beads, it's very simple. You just go with your hands and you use your thumb to move from index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, like this. So each finger is a mantra. And again, now you're integrating mudra, which is a science, a yogic science, and every point that you press means something different. So this is not accidental either. So whether you're using the beads or you're using the hand, either way, you are being held in a system that is there to support you and to nourish you. So the mantra I'm going to suggest today is a Sanskrit mantra, but it's very simple. It is Karuna Hum. And that means I am compassion. Karuna Hum. So if you were to write that down, it would be Karuna, Karuna, and then second word, Hum. I am compassion. And even if you get lost in the mantra and it starts to become something entirely different, that also is completely fine. You can trust the intelligence of your body to take you down paths that you don't need to be in control of. So just start off with Karuna Hum, see where that takes you. Usually, I find that your breath starts to weave into the mantra and it becomes almost like a dance. And when thoughts come, which they do, and we want them to, this is not a case of we do meditation so we don't think. That's, as far as I'm aware, that is a complete myth, that whole concept. We do think, the mind's designed to think, but we get to stand back as an observer and we watch the thoughts as they come. So it becomes almost like an entertainment, like putting Netflix on and just seeing what projection are what story, what movie our mind is coming up with. But we're not wrapped up in the story. We don't get carried down the rabbit hole of the story. Well, maybe we do, but then we remember that we're getting taken down a rabbit hole and we come back to the mantra. And that is the process for 20 minutes. So breath is nice and smooth. Mantra is repeating. Hands are anchoring either with the beads or with the mudra. And 20 minutes passes. And some days it feels like an agonizing 20 years, and sometimes it feels like 2 minutes. That is the journey. Okay, so before we start, bring your hands to your knees. Let's do a tiny bit of movement. How are our necks feeling this morning? Taking some circles. Inviting our body to be a part of this practice. It's not just a mind practice. It is an invitation for the intelligence within the body to be heard, to be sensed, to be felt. A framework to allow that intelligence to rise. Switching directions. And circling the shoulders, and all the way through the practice it's fine to move. You don't have to be stationary. We do want our spines to be as straight as possible, and so lying down is fine. If sitting up feels too much, then just lie down. A really nice way to practice is lying down with your legs up against the wall. That can feel really great. But if you lie down, you are more likely to fall asleep, it has to be said. Okay, circling your heart. How does that feel today? How does the spine feel? Changing directions. So mantra meditation is not just for when you're on your yoga mat. You can let it kick in any time. I am compassion, karuna hum. Coming to center, hands stay on knees as you inhale, rocking your weight forward, lifting your gaze. And as you exhale, rocking your heart back, dropping your chin. And then gliding a little bit from side to side, wriggling as much as you wish. Let's do some circles with our hands. And feel into our fingers. Maybe take some full arm extension circles if you have space. That feels so good. Arms up high, take hold of elbows. Introduce a little bit of stretching for the diaphragm as you inhale, tummy expands. And as you exhale, tummy drops back into spine. And then bringing your arms down to your sides. Picking up the beads, settling yourself into position, and give yourself a moment to settle. Those little last minute fidgets are actually quite helpful. Give your body space to do what she wants to do. And then if you're working with the bead, you start at the queen bead, this sort of primary one. And you may do several circuits in 20 minutes. Just keep going. I've got my eye on the time, so you don't need to worry. Gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Karuna hum. the face soft, soften the eyebrows, soften the lips. Smiling to yourself when the thoughts start to take you down the rabbit hole. And just gently returning to the mantra and the breath. Keeping the face soft, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Rolling breath, rolling mantra, Karuna hum. Halfway through, and let yourself surrender to the mantra, to the breath, to the process. Karuna hum. Witnessing the rise and fall of the narrative, witnessing the way the body feels, smiling at the stories that come up, putting them gently to one side and returning to the mantra. Softening the jaw, maybe the tongue presses gently into the roof of your mouth. 5 more minutes. Last minute. Taking some deeper breaths, maybe bringing some movement in. Smiling to yourself, Karuna Hum, I am compassion. Where does that compassion flow? Can you let it flow through you as much as outside of you? What you look at grows, and where you place your energy expands. So maybe coming back to Karuna Hum, again today at lunchtime, maybe tonight before bed. Set your timer for 20 minutes and let the breath roll, let the mantra roll, remembering that you are compassion. Namaste, everybody.